Yo, it's your boy AK, bro. Bro, I'm posting all 26. And from here on out, bro, I only got 27 subscribers right now, okay? The start of $1 million YouTube, million subscriber YouTube channel, bro. I'm saying right now, I make a million one day, bro. Y'all ain't part of the way, go ahead and just like, comment, and subscribe, turn that notification bell. Get what, bro? 100K, 500K, a million next, right after, bro. I'm, I'm going hard the rest of my life on this YouTube shit. And streaming next. I'm trying to be like Miss Costin if I could, bro. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Knock it out. Knock it the fuck out. Hit, like I said, knock the fuck out. Y'all gonna get to know me, bro. I'm gonna be a family. Y'all not fans. Y'all be my supporters, bro. Y'all gonna love me just like I love y'all. I'm gonna stay consistent, bro. Bro.
The FBI getting involved. They investigating this Offset. What is this gonna turn into? I don't know, but it's not looking good for Lil TJ and anybody that was on his side of this situation. Because, you know, Offset, Lil TJ, they been had beef, right? They had beef. They was online arguing, they were going back and forth, but they ran into each other. They get into a fight. Offset is the one that gets shot. Offset gets shot at this casino. He gets rushed to the hospital. All the internet's talking about what happened to Offset, Lil TJ got booked behind it, right? The night it happened, Lil TJ got arrested and they booked him on something that wasn't necessarily shooting Offset, but the situation that led up to Offset getting shot. I don't know what's up with April. April 2026 been a crazy ass month. We seen the Gucci Mane Pooh Shiesty situation, this Lil TJ Offset situation. Who knows what else gonna come for this month? King Harris got arrested last night with a gun charge, had drugs on him in a Pikachu outfit. What is going on? But 2026, April.
Now, like, what the hell going on? This man just had a guy arrested. 50 Cent probably gonna make a fucking roast about this nigga about that shit. And Pikachu
Specifically been ran. We only halfway through the month. But back to what happened that night. This what TMZ were right. Lil TJ allegedly started a fight that led to his associate Offset, according to police. According to the probable cause affidavit, cops claim around 7:22 p.m. Lil TJ, quote unquote, directed members of his party to start a fight with another group of males at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel in Hollywood, Florida. Police say during this altercation, one of Lil TJ's associates pulled a gun and fired, injuring Offset. The docs say cops reviewed security footage of Lil TJ hopping out his vehicle, pointing to Offset, and leading his group over to the rapper where the fight broke out. They also claim Lil TJ filmed the incident on his phone. So not only did you basically send a hit on Offset, you recorded this on your phone. They recorded this on a security camera. What do niggas be thinking about? We truly are in a dumb nigga epidemic. Why did you do this? Y'all too rich to be acting like this. See, when regular people do this, right? Let's say a hood dude, he go and crash out and he don't got nothing to lose. They like, damn, bro, he didn't have nothing to lose. That's the type of nigga you don't want to mess with. But Lil TJ, you got everything to lose. What are you doing? You just did this on camera and documented it yourself. The article would also write this: the fight between Lil TJ and Offset's friends went on until police arrived. Cops add, as you know, Lil TJ was booked and arrested into the Broward County Jail on a charge of a misdemeanor disorderly conduct. Tuesday, he ended up getting out. So, Lil TJ starts this fight with Offset. He basically pointed him out. Now, if Offset would have died, they probably would have called that premeditated murder or something. But Offset gets shot. He was in the hospital. Y'all seen the picture that came out when he was in the wheelchair. Basically, these two already had beef, right? And this beef just so happened to turn into some real life static because Offset has a gambling addiction. Like, this is a known fact about Offset. He loves to gamble. If I'm not wrong, after he got out the hospital, he was in the wheelchair. He was at another casino. Offset has a documented gambling addiction, which isn't funny, but it's like,
you making too much money to be gambling, bro. Like, what's up with these rappers? They just start coming in some money. They stop giving a fuck, bro. They bread is bigger than they burn, bro. Like, these niggas, bro.
It's sad the kind of situations he's been in. But him and Lil TJ, they run into each other at the casino. Offset was allegedly begging for money. He asking people, can I get some money? I'm trying to gamble. I'm in debt. I'm trying to gamble. And Lil TJ was the one that just so happened to pay up. He gave Offset some money, and this what started everything.
I ain't got nothing to do with that shit. He was popped. He was panicking. Nigga, he was asking random people for cash apps. He was broke. I don't know what happened. Nobody was answering his phone call. He popped, trying to run up, chasing. Must got a gambling addiction. And the nigga says, yo, he just popped. He called for cash apps in front of me. I ain't gonna lie to you. The first 5 I offered, I'm like, yo, you probably waiting for some bread. He like, I'm waiting for my money. I swung that 5. You know how I get. He gets popped. Not us two dicing each other. He gets popped straight to the casino. Goes not. He get another loan from somebody else for like 2 bands. I don't even take my loan. I'm like, that's offset. I'm good on my money. I'm worried about the I got mad, bro. I definitely run off a nigga on 5 bands. He pops for the next.
So Offset owed TJ this money. Beef kept going on. Offset wasn't paying back. He wasn't paying back. TJ trying to get his bread. Offset not paying. Problems started to come up. Then we had Offset telling TJ, come get this money black and blood. Like, come kill me about it. Like I said in another video, he was on some less.
And y'all almost got drilled by the Offset. Offset almost got drilled, bro. Offset got kids, bro. They ain't going to hold with a divorce too. And it's like, what is wrong with these niggas? These niggas coming to money, just stop giving a fuck about anything, nigga. They trying to be the biggest gangster of 2026. But
Link up in die time.
And Offset not giving him the money back. And I will tell you, in a very eerie way, and again, I'm not dropping, but he did say, I believe on the interview, when I asked him, I said, yo, so what happened when you try to get your money back from Offset? He bluntly told me, he said Offset told him. He said Offset DM'd him and said, nigga, get it back in blood. That ain't me. That's literally what he said. I swear. That ain't me. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said. And I was like, oh, okay. So supposedly he lends this nigga 10 bands, and I ain't gonna lie, in the interview, it's not like TJ, bro, but you can use like, yo, man, I'm about to, man, if I lend you money, nigga, I need my shit back. I'm not trying to give you money or whatever.
And that's the problem. Why are we acting like this? Y'all got money. Well, it seemed like y'all got money, but Offset, you shouldn't have told him, man, let's link up and die about $10,000 when you Offset. You could go do a half a show and make that. But he said what's said. Him and TJ beefing. Behind the scenes, they going back and forth. And that kind of led to the night of what happened when TJ and his team allegedly shot Offset. And when TJ would go to jail, he would get out the next day and immediately troll Offset. He immediately called Offset a rat. He immediately, fueling the BS.
Does Offset owe you money?
I don't do no damn
Hey
fighting.
man, you just want to tell us what happened?
Did I shoot Offset? It's crazy.
They're saying you were disorderly. Outside
he
the
put his
casino, there
hands
was a
on
fight
you
near the
first?
valet.
Smack the shit out of Offset. He would never play with me like that in his life.
Does somebody owe you money?
Ask Offset.
He owe you money?
Ask Offset.
Do you have issues with Offset?
Hell no. What happened?
He's in the hospital right now, but he's okay.
The last thing I seen was Offset looking at me like this. Yo, that shot me. That shot me. La. A rat, cat, weirdos. Got in a good ass interview. I'm walking to my car like.
What started the fight?
I don't know.
Were they after you?
TJ's innocent all day.
Nobody want to touch me. You know what happened last? Touch me. You know what happened? Touch me.
What happened?
I don't even know. Ask Google. Who else?
But the FBI getting involved was not a turn I think a lot of people seen coming. But why? Why is the FBI getting involved? Because they don't just, if this was a normal shooting, I don't think they would be here. But there's something else going on that I don't think we know. The FBI is involved with this. And if they really want TJ, they can get TJ. Basically, they released pictures and stuff of people all throughout the situation that was involved. The people TJ was with, people who hopped out the car, had guns on them, all of that.
Investigation of rapper Offset. Today, the FBI released surveillance pictures of several vehicles and people allegedly involved in the incident, which led to the rapper being sent to the hospital last week.
NBC6's Kim Nguyen is live in Hollywood with the very latest on all of this. Kim?
Yeah, that's right. And the FBI is trying to track down whoever was involved in this shooting. New pictures from that night show several people standing outside of the hotel along with the SUVs they drove off in.
The FBI is asking for your help finding the people shown in these surveillance pictures from outside the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Investigators say the cars and the suspects were allegedly involved in last Monday's shooting of rapper Offset, who spent days in the hospital. Offset, whose real name is Kiari Cephas, is best known as being a former member of the group The Migos. He was also married to rapper Cardi B. Investigators say the incident happened in the valet area of the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino after a large group of people assaulted Offset. The FBI says one of the suspects pulled out a gun and fired a single shot, which hit the rapper.
But this was a Florida news station will write on this situation. The rapper Offset was ambushed by a large group of people who tried to rob him outside a Florida casino last week when he was shot in the leg. The FBI would say on Tuesday, federal investigators said that they're still searching for the suspects who assaulted Offset last Monday night outside the casino just north of Miami. Throughout the assault, a single shot was fired through Offset's leg before an unsuccessful attempt to remove the rapper's watch. Suspects fled the scene in 2 Chevys that went in 2 separate directions. A black Suburban fled toward Hollywood, Florida, and a Tahoe that fled southbound toward Miami. Following the shooting, officers detained 2 people, but law enforcement haven't shared evidence directly tying either one to the shooting. One of the people detained was Lil TJ. He was arrested in connection with an altercation that occurred before the shooting. The police department said he was charged with disorderly conduct and operating a vehicle without a valid license. His lawyer told the Associated Press last week that Lil TJ didn't have a gun on him and was not charged with any weapons or gun-related charges. He was swiftly released after posting bond. So this is a case of people being dumb and then turning it into more problems than what it originally was. This was just money, right? This just could have been resolved with a single Cash App, with a single Apple Pay.
Facts.
But no, y'all turned it into so much more than that. And this could lead to somebody's life getting ruined over a situation that didn't have to become this. Like, why did y'all turn it into this? Why did y'all let this become so much bigger than what it needed to? I can't understand it. Offset did not have to get shot over this. Lil TJ did not have to get booked over this. The FBI did not have to get involved in any of this, but they did. And they're gonna make an example out of somebody, whether it's Lil TJ, whether it was somebody in his camp, I don't know, but they didn't get involved for no reason. Like I said in my last video on this situation, I don't understand why Lil TJ, didn't maneuver better. Because this is a man that got a second chance in life. Remember, Lil TJ got shot, 8 times, if I remember right? And he survived. And instead of
like damn, if this ain't got like niggas don't survive. Getting shot. And he got shot 8 times. Oof.
Getting out the streets and stopping with all the BS, he's entertaining it. Let's look back at that situation last year. Lil TJ 504 and pull up the Playboy Max Airbnb, right? They smoking in there. Max is telling them, look, bro, don't smoke my Airbnb. This is mine. I don't want y'all smoking in here. I got a whole balcony for y'all to go out here. Y'all can go on the patio. Y'all can do this anywhere else but in here. Lil TJ wanted to seem like he was such a hard body. Like he was that nigga, so he's sparking up in there. He's sparking. He blowing the smoke in Max's face. And it started a whole beef between them. And Lil TJ tried to make it seem like he was in the right in the situation when it was just a case of his ego showing. A time where ego shouldn't have been showed. If you in a nigga house, all you gotta do is respect this house. But nah, you wanna, act so hard. You let it really ruin your reputation. Just like right now, you wanna act so hard, you're gonna get this dude shot over this money. Granted, he said what he said in the messages, but you're not regular. You got money. And if you get put in front of that judge, if these cops really want to, they will make an example out of you. You are a famous black man in America. They gonna make an example out of you. Now, it's no telling what Lil TJ gonna do in this situation. It's no telling what the outcome gonna be for Lil TJ.
I just hope it's calm, peaceful, and I hope everything gets sorted out between Offset and Lil TJ. I hope they calm down until understanding Offset pay Lil TJ his money. TJ apologized about it and everything get squashed. Like 26 is already crazy, bro. Like, dang, bro. These rappers ain't even rappers no more. They fucking. That's what they probably need to boost their careers back up. They are down bad now. Now, people are down bad. That's crazy. See y'all boy with it. I'm gone.